everyone, my name is Michelle Blackwood from Healthier Steps. I have another easy recipe for you that tastes phenomenal. It's okra and tomatoes and I'm stewing it down. So easy but so delicious, and I know a lot of you might not like okra, but when you try this dish you will never turn back. You will just fall in love with okras. And if you've not subscribed to my channel and you're seeing one of my videos for the first time, welcome to our channel, welcome to our Healthier Steps family. We are so happy you're here, and sit back, relax, stay a while, subscribe to our channel, and also click on the notification bell so that you can be updated on all our latest recipes. Okay, to begin, I like to cut up my okra. So I usually just take the top off. If the tail, nothing's wrong with the tail, and I leave it on because it's good for you too. So it depends. You can top and tail it if you want. If you want to cut off the top, the tail, it's up to you, especially if, but guess what? If it's from your own garden and you know where it's from, it's organic, it's natural. I just usually just cut the top off, the cap off. That's it. So I'm just going to cut them off, and then I'm going to chop them up. So, and then I'm going to chop them. But okra, why I like okra is because they're also called lady fingers. So in case of any one of you might know it by or bindi or other names, or brinjal, I think, wherever you're from, with okra, it's very good for your digestive system. It's high in fiber, so it's very good for reducing cholesterol, and it's just one of those healthy vegetables. And it's actually a fruit. Botanically it's a fruit because right in the middle there are seeds in them, so it's technically a fruit. And if you've never tried raw organic okra, it's actually delicious. Next time try it if you've never tried it. I like to just pick it from the tree and just eat on it and chew on it. And it's not a slimy then, because I know a lot of people don't like okra because they find it slimy. I don't have a problem with that. I actually like that. That's not a problem for me. So some people like to not cook it, say, in a stew. They would prefer to cook it maybe fried. But if you want a healthier version of, say, fried okra, you just batter it and you put it in a batter and put it in an air fryer, and it will become crispy and delicious, just as delicious. So, or do it in the oven. You can find recipes on my website over at healthiersteps.com. So head on over there after you finish watching the video. Check out all my amazing recipes that are on my website as well. So yeah, okra is nice, and I like the combination of okra with tomatoes. They just go so well with your onions, your garlic, your tomato. And I like to use some thyme or whatever herbs, basil. Why not use basil, oregano, or thyme, or use a combination of all of them in this dish. Superb. It's very delicious and tastes amazing. So I'm finished with them, taking off the caps, and then next I'm going to go ahead and just chop them up. So if you don't like too much of the slime and the slime being released into the stew, then what you can do is leave them whole and just go ahead and cook them whole. But I'm gonna go ahead and I don't mind. So I'm just gonna go ahead and chop them up, and it's up to you how you want to chop them. 1 inch, ½ inch, it's just up to you. And like I said, I just love okra. My family loves okra, especially my husband. He loves okra, so this is what we're gonna have for supper. So delicious. You can serve it as a side dish, or you can add a vegan protein to it and just eat it as like a a one-pot dish. Why not? So delicious. Yes. And like I said, okra is very healthy. It's just good for the body. It's good for the digestive tract. For those who are suffering from constipation, this will keep you going. It will help with your bowels. Okay, so next I'm going to chop up my onions. Just gonna put that aside. I'm gonna go ahead and just chop up my onions. And I like onions. I like a lot of onions in my food. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and probably add the entire onion. You're just gonna chop it. You don't have to chop it real fine. It's just up to you. It's just good. It's good. Okay. Just gonna leave some like slices. Just get it chopped up. Okay. Okay, so next I'm going to do my garlic. You can add 2 or 3 cloves, it's up to you, of garlic. Just gonna chop it. Garlic. And I love garlic too. I love the flavor of garlic. So it enhances any meal. So I always love to start with onion and garlic, and if you follow me, you will see that most of the time I'm always adding onion and garlic to my dishes. They're very good for you, antimicrobial, so they're very good. And I'm going to go ahead and chop my tomato up. So I'm just going to put this over here, and then I'm just going to add tomatoes. And for this dish, the more the tomatoes, the merrier, because this is what's going to cause to reduce down. Once it's cooked, it's going to reduce into a stew. So you can add, I'm adding like 2 large tomatoes. You could add 4 smaller ones, or you can add more. If you like a lot of tomatoes, this dish actually tastes phenomenal with tomatoes. So it's just up to you how many tomatoes you want to add. I'm going to keep the juice. I'm not really, because this is juice, as it breaks down, it releases into the stew. So tomatoes are good in this dish. Let's put that over there, and then I'm going to add the next tomato. Okay, and that's it. We're gonna go next. We're gonna go over and we're gonna start cooking it. And like I said, it doesn't take long to cook. This is one of those dishes that you can prepare in no time. I'm gonna add some paprika, some cayenne pepper to it later. But this is one of those dishes that cooks up very quick, but it tastes delicious. I'm gonna add a Scotch bonnet pepper. You don't have to have it. And if you don't have it, you don't have to add it. And I'm going to use vegan bouillon cubes, and you can find this online. I'll leave a link below, but this will add a lot of flavor to your stew. So I'm going to go ahead and add that as well, and we'll be right back. Okay, so now we're going to saute our onions. So I'm going to add a little oil. You can do oil free too. You can just use some vegetable broth or water. And I'm just going to add my onions. Just going to let the onions cook until they're soft or translucent. Smells amazing, and we didn't even finish cooking it as yet. Smells so good. Next, I'm going to add some garlic. And I'm using about 3 cloves. You can use more garlic. If you're a garlic lover like me, you can add more. You can add up even 5 garlic. Okay, right now, like I said, I'm gonna add my vegan bouillon. You can add it now or after you add the tomatoes, it doesn't matter, but I'm gonna go ahead and add it now because I want it to break down by the time I add the rest of all my ingredients in here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add it. Next, I'm gonna add my tomatoes. Nice, juicy, organic tomatoes. And guys, buy the organic tomatoes because they have more flavor. They really do. You gotta try it and see. Next, I'm going to add some thyme. You can use fresh thyme. 2 sprigs are great. I'm just gonna go ahead and add some thyme. Smells good. I couldn't find the thyme. It's alright, it's good. Tastes good, it's gonna taste just as good. It's gonna taste just as good, guys. Hubby wanted to go get the thyme in the garden, but I said, we're gonna keep rolling. We're gonna keep going, no stopping now. Ain't no stopping now, we're going on. So, this is smelling amazing. The vegan bouillon is adding so much flavor to this dish. And we're cooking down, the tomatoes are beginning to break down, and it's actually making some sauce. You could saute this for a little longer, but for time's sake, I'm gonna go ahead and add my okra. And once I add my okra, see, it's making a lot of sauce already. Then I'm gonna cover it, let it cook. I might add a little water just to create more sauce. And I'm gonna let it cook, and it won't take long to cook. Probably 10 minutes. And why not, I need to add my spices too. Paprika for more color, and a little heat, extra heat, cayenne pepper, and a Scotch bonnet pepper. And this is delicious. And you can tell. You're gonna just cook it, and then when you're finished, you need to add extra salt. You will go ahead, you can go ahead and add extra salt. I don't think it's gonna need extra salt. It's just good, and there it is. And then like I said, I'm just good. So in case you don't have bouillon cubes, you can just use vegetable broth for extra flavoring and your salt at the end. Just gonna add some water, and then I'm gonna cover it, let it cook, and we'll be back when it's finished. See you soon. Guys, this okra stew is amazing. It's so flavorful, great to serve over rice or quinoa, or eat it with cornbread. So delicious, so nutritious. You've got to try this recipe. And flavorful and crunchy actually. It has a crunch and a bite to it. So good. You've got to try it. So please, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit on the notification bell so that you can be notified from all my latest recipes. And see you on the next video. Bye.